Hey yo, shouts to the Cavs. Just saying. Appreciate you tuning in. Do the things. If I was doing this for fame, I'd be so much more intrigued with like and subscribe and comment below. I'm gonna just really start talking to y'all. If I gotta start first naming y'all, then good Lord, have mercy what we gonna end up with all together, right? Yo, Smackdown happened March 8th. Bros tomorrow. Solid times. Solid times right now. Cleared it up. At least wrote in what they was gonna be able to as far as how we got to this tag team match. It done reached the boiling point now. What can they do? It takes me back to the old administration when we just get the big part of the build or some kind of shift in the storyline or something like that. But we'll get that the week of, and it's just like everything in between that, everything leading up to the week of, it's just like blah. But I'm thinking this time around, and I mean we've already seen elements of it. We going into WrestleMania. I don't think we're gonna do too much, but the level of intrigue with everything going on has been taken up just a little bit more, or that much more. I'll say that, based on just looking at how creative is completely evolved. So, alright, Smackdown. Next steps, man, with this prime and the branding and all of that, man. I'm liking it. I can't hate on something like that. I believe that a giant bottle in the middle of the ring is not necessarily good for optics. Mm, yeah, I'm just thinking about a lot of things I don't know or understand when it comes to that. I don't like the bottle idea. Like maybe Prime in the middle. Why isn't WWE done it? Because the whole ring is basically all over us. But I'm saying like this is maybe like a vibe when it comes to what to do. When it comes, how we doing when it comes, like, just the whole thing. Like I'm not crazy about the image on it though. Like it's just a prom bottle. Like really, that ain't it, man. They could just put that in the middle of the ring, just the words and the letters, if anything. I don't know, but I'm thinking, you know, the way they sold it, and then it was just so much marketing. It was alright. It was just like golly, I've never seen it so direct in your face with it. You know what I mean? Like that was, it's new for everyone. I'm not crazy about the bottle with that, but the rest of it, it was comical. Like it did what it was supposed to. Oh, this is actually really good. All that and blah blah blah. That shit was hilarious. So, all right, cool. But the rest of it. And then I mean, look, he didn't even catch the RKO for it. Some random guy from the UK got that. You know what I mean? So Logan looked okay. And then the extra stuff with the brass knucks coming back out. The next match with the tag and the Grayson Wallers. I'm liking Grayson Waller on the come up. I'm liking it. I'm not crazy about it, but I'm liking it. Two, uh, maybe it's the accent for me. Maybe it's that. Maybe that's just the old administration because I can't complain about how he's been booked and the segments that he's been in. Even the matches now, we're looking for, the next main event stars. And at this point, we'll say 1 year. Theory's a little bit further along than Waller. So right now, it's good to see Waller moving the way he's moving. I'm still stuck on that prom bottle I did in the middle of the ring after Mania. That shit is a little much for me. I don't know. Change the logo. Well, not the logo, but not a bottle, bro. Not a bottle. That's just doesn't fit for me. Whatever though. All right, but yeah, that's the opening segment. You know what I mean? When it came to SmackDown, all of that with the tag match and all that. Shouts to KO. You already know Randy's Randy. I mean, the little pop up, what was it, RKO? It was alright, solid stuff. Um, what else happens? Taking the brass knuckles. Okay, maybe that's gonna lead to something. Randy and Logan. I mean, look, it'll be. I don't know about Randy getting the U.S. title right now. I think Randy is popping enough. I don't think he needs the U.S. championship. If from what I'm looking at, Logan Paul is doing all right with it. I don't know. Everybody else is a little more into the media scape when it comes to this, so they would know a lot more than I would care to. But I mean, he's still champion. It's like he's still champ for a reason. It seems like he's doing good with it. Um, what do we have after that? Bobby Lashley, Karrion Kross tore each other apart in a no contest. I'm glad that it went no contest. That was a big complaint back in the day with, there's just going to be a running at the end, and it's like, nah, you see, and this is the real part of the faction warfare between the fans and the creative. I'm liking what creative is doing right now with the factions, and then the run-ins have been a lot classier from what I've been able to see from my vantage point, but I don't know. I could be completely wrong on any of it, but I'm liking that. I'm liking that AOP jumped in after the fact, but they had a damn good match. Bobby scratched his chest. That shit is getting to be an occurrence, and I don't like it. I don't like it, man. I was worried for him. That shit was crazy. I wanted to say be more careful, but this is a newer era. But certain things is, let's not get too edgy. Let's get edgy though, because I seen another move I can't recall right now, but it's certain things that I'm seeing. Yeah. Certain things I'm seeing. It ain't bad yet. You know what I mean? But it's like, all right, let's not get too rowdy, y'all. That's all I got for it. But let's get crazy. But let's just we want to avoid injuries at all costs. Like I think I seen like a running knee somewhere along the line. And of course we know we got this right way to do it. But at the same time, man, that's why we speak the time in the way we do when it come to these matches, man, and in the flow of it and being the readiness of it all. I be seeing it. And we just, we pulling for everybody. Now, Tiff Stratton, Michin. My guy was talking about Tiff Stratton yesterday, talking about her epic rise to stardom. I have no words. I have absolutely zero opinion in regard to that. I think that she was solid in ring. She got injured, came back, and we was all feeling the same way about it from when she left. They changed her theme song. Theme song fits. It works for new come up. And again, we need certain superstars in certain positions leading into things. Like Charlotte is nowhere to be found right now, and a lot of people would not want to see her anyway at the level that even Tiff is being promoted. Like, oh, here comes Charlotte, and she's just gonna get another championship match. All right, cool. Shouts to Charlotte, by the way. Shouts to Weston, everybody injured, and Cora and the rest and over in the NXT process. But yeah, Tiff is in a good spot right now. Taking out Michin, oh god, we know what type of superstar Michin is when it comes to this, and I see how wrestling and sports entertainment is. So match was the match. We don't want to be. You don't want these cats to get lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? But Michin is definitely still finding that space within the women's division. I'm not too sure how things are gonna go. But we shout to her. Dragon Lee Angel. All right. Yeah, Dragon Lee looking like the kid getting bullied. I understand. He got the match though, which was solid. You know what I mean? But backstage, Billy Balagado, low key. I mean, look, it is what it is. Hold up. Bailey's backstage, and now she started damage control, and they all turned their back on her. Oh, she had it coming. Black Girl Magic backstage. I respectfully will call that. Bianca and Naomi is something I've been wanting to see for a while. I mean, they was arguing. Bianca tried to make her points a couple times, but she wasn't really knowing what other point to make. I get it though. And then, respectfully, and when it comes to what Trinity was speaking on, we all know how that shit played out, obviously. We know what's going on. We done heard the rumblings. I ain't got nothing to talk about when it come to that part. You know why Bianca Belair is talking the way she is? Because Bianca Belair ain't never been no heel before. Not that I can recall on the main roster. So knowing that, when she's all, oh, she had it coming. Because if she would have tried it, and I mean, she technically has her own point, but Bailey's been doing this a lot longer. So, you know, everyone's going to have their solid arguments, but when you start something, I mean, you got factions that are still factions to this day. You got teams that's in the Hall of Fame, going into the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? Like, memorable moments. Like, then, the breakup was the memorable moment. Damage Control was, I don't want to say a dud from the start. They just needed some kind of direction to make something of it after they returned and made it a thing. Period. Kyrie and Asuka need something to do. What are they gonna do as far as sports entertainment now with the basic is it Japanese, with an Asian-based group, and Coda as the mouthpiece? Like this now, Coda's Damage Control. That's what we looking at. It's for direction with them, as far as, oh, Bailey had it coming. Oh, no, she didn't. Mind your business. Don't concern yourself with things that don't concern you. You know what I mean? Don't get your nose in that because you don't know what you about to be breathing. That's not your ear. It's not your spaces. You know what I mean? Like, I would actually be on Naomi's side when it come to that. That's just my take on it. You know what I mean? Like, don't you claiming team, you claiming squad, you know what I'm saying? And then what? But then that shit, it takes us all the way back to them times, and we ain't trying to go there, bro. So let's continue on. Dragon Lee and Angel. Oh, hold up. LA Knight beat up a TV. Wow. Shit. Look, you gotta care about the championship. You gotta care about the championship. LA Knight cared about the championship. He cared about his opportunity. He cares about those opportunities. He wasn't around for a while. He got released by the company and got back. It makes sense for him to be mad at AJ. Hold up. Nobody gonna talk about how LA Knight poured the drink on AJ though. What was that for? Oh, nah, that push was a little crazy. We push him out the way. Heat of the moment. They could have talked about that as gentlemen, but I mean, come on, man. Where's the sports entertainment in that? So it's a lot of aggression, a whole lot of tension between those two, man. I'm liking it. I'm actually pulling for AJ in this one, not because of the character, actually because of the character development. Dark AJ is way better than heel AJ. I don't even know who I'm looking at anymore. Like, whoa. Jeez. And then he had the look, and we all know of his capabilities. So it's just like, God damn. This guy is... He evolved again, coming out at number 3 from the Royal Rumble. AJ Styles, everybody goes crazy. Respectfully, him and Shane having one of my favorite feuds back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, whoa, why evil Shane in the land of opportunity, right when it was drying up? Like, oh man, it was a different time. AJ's been through a lot of different transitions and transformations. So now Dark AJ is just like. And they done, I don't want to say cooled off LA Knight, but he was aggressive last week. He was aggressive this week. Look at what AJ's bringing out of LA Knight, man. I'm loving it. And I'm talking like, no. We already knew that both of these guys had it in them, so we really lend this to creative. Like, yo, look at how they giving it up, and now we got characters and superstars and matches that we want to see and we ain't even see yet. These are the small changes that you peep. And then we have a Angel match with Dragon Lee. Man, they bullied Son backstage. He picked up the victory because he's better in ring, I guess. Ray's coming back next week. You know, Dragon Lee's who Ray is done is the future. You know what I'm saying? So in respect to that idea, I'm not gonna argue it. You know, like the fans, after not seeing Dragon Lee for a few weeks, unless that was piped in, but it didn't seem like it because it was natural enough, but it was slow going. I don't know. I ain't trying to promote no behaviors with that in the modern era. But yeah, I'm liking what I was seeing with that. The people still recall who he is, or they still definitely want the people to recall who he is, because he's definitely one of those that's going to be around in a year and it's going to mean something. Now, let's get to this main event, man. Main event segment: Seth and Cody, Rock and Roman. They did what they were supposed to do as far as getting everybody excited for the tag match. Hmm. Roman had his moments. It's his era. Let it live. It's been 3 years. It's been the modern era of, like, I mean, look, he transitioned through. We all watched the transition as we all transitioned, and he's still champion. Regardless of how we've gotten to this point, we're here now. And there's only pride there with the bloodline, and it's still feeling like it means something. And everything else, like, it was all dying off. Nah, those was all just different times. The bloodline storyline is, and it now it's like really a thing. Before it was just like, oh, and they might break up and all go their separate directions eventually. Nah, now we got Rock and Roman to look forward to. This is the second time The Rock has done something like this, by the way. But it was good. It was good. Seth finding his space within this rivalry, this feud, and then this segment has been a story in and of itself. The title that means something. The championship that everybody actually wants. Oh no, they want the Universal Championship because they don't want Roman as champion anymore. But they want the World Heavyweight Championship because it's the championship that fought to mean something. That's what I'm looking at when I see that title now. That's what I'm looking at when I see Seth Rollins out there not being the, well, I mean, if you're being the fourth wheel, then now we have a car. Maybe a wagon, whatever. But you could get a car, especially with this engine powered by the electricity of the great one, blessing you meaningless souls with the gospel. Good news. We here to back that up. I co-sign it. He got levels. He still needs much practice. But boy, you could yo, when done properly, this is going to be the greatest iteration of The Rock we've seen since AJ Styles went to Dark AJ. It's like that. It's like that. I told you we do the character development easy. And shouts to the crew still. And we don't do dissension here. I better recognize that. Do I gotta bring y'all granddad around? Oh, respectfully. Now let's move forward. When when The Rock speaks, they listen. That's what I noticed. And then we got Cody, and he got his hit back. That was cool. It was all enough, all enough. Now I want to see them fight. If it's going to be a wrestling match, cool beans. This is what I got. DJ should have his window. That's what I got for that. I don't want to see him get winded. I mean, I'm hoping it's going to be a fun story that they tell in the ring. Everyone should be extremely professional. At the end of the day, if I had the opportunity to kick my boss's ass, I would want my boss to know that I'm only doing this because he's letting me do it. Like, the elder got headbutted by KO a long time ago. Remember that? Yeah. And that was like, what did he, like, pre-blade or some shit? I don't know, but he really went for that just on some, let's go ahead, and it got KO over. And there's some shit that everybody forgot about with KO, I bet. Mm-hmm. Just one of those things. Like how he jumped off the WrestleMania sign. Another one of those things. Match with Shane. They like him, man. So it's like, all right. When I see Cody and The Rock going right now is way more than what I see when I look at Cody and Roman going. And that's with all respect to Roman. I want It doesn't matter what I want. And I think that's what the community is getting fucked up. DJ told y'all, just shut up and enjoy the ride we gonna take y'all on. Did anybody else see The Rock come out with the electricity? Yo, how do you reinvent one of the most iconic and epic entrances for the most electrifying man in sports and all of entertainment that everybody loves? Everybody's going to see at least one movie in the timeline. Like, I'm just saying, like, we all know and love The Rock. Like, oh, and his name is John Cena. Cool. But we always waiting for The Rock to come back the whole time. John Cena comes back, it's nice. The Rock comes back. I mean, you don't really need the pops for too long, even though going from city to city, this shit mean more than Brock with new t-shirts. I'm just saying. Like, it mean, and you don't even... just the star power alone, and this is why he went out and then knew when to come back home. He tried it. I've actually tried that the same way and was not embraced with open arms. This is exactly what Seth Rollins is being in so many tenses. Like, you're coming back around. You know, you should have just stayed over there and hit rock bottom. Might be a line for y'all. I don't know. Maybe they holding that one for the week of. Yeah. Anyway, yo, the segment was what it was. I forgot what The Rock said, but Cody smacked the shit out of him for it. Here's my deal when it comes to that. If Cody gonna smack the shit out The Rock, then Cody about to fight on bloodline rules. Subscribe.